Hi and welcome back. So this time, going to look at getting all the landing pads done and the landing gear. Coming a little bit closer. So it's these parts that we intend to tackle. My springs have arrived for the legs. Quite a lot of plastic again, but when it's actually four of the same I'm building, it's not too bad. Quite bulky. Obviously, a lot of cleanup to do. And when we get to these legs, I've got some replacement springs. So where are we? This is what came with the kit. And these are my replacements. So when I get them built, I'll see which works better. These are a lot tougher, so I'm hoping they will be better than these. What else? For these bits, it calls for them to be done in a really shiny, so like the pistons. And I think, because paints can come off, where are we? I'm going to use my metal foil tape and my metal tape. It'll be just, where are we? Bit of trimming down, it'll be a nice fit. And hopefully it'll give me that shiny look that will last and not wear away like paint would. So we will probably have these parts actually assembled fully when we next look at anything. Right, so making some progress. Got the four landing, don't know what you even call them, they're not the struts, landing pods together. Went together very easy. It's only, 6-7 parts each. I've primed them, I've put some bit of filler on, sanded down again. So they're ready for a final primer coat now. So I'm going to start assembling these feet. I have got my replacement springs. May need to cut a little bit off these, but staying focused, there is a difference in how these are going, so we'll see how that works and make a decision. So I think there's a lot parts this we haven't got to glue, parts we have, so we may have a look at this as we're putting some of it together. Right, as you can see, I've got one of these landing struts together, so eventually it will go up and down like so. So to do this, stuck the two halves of the landing foot together, these two pieces together. I've filled in a little bit of gap, so this has to go together. These two prongs facing outwards into the grooves on the leg. Then this is the middle piece. So that has to go, the two studs in between. This can glue down. So that's glued, but obviously we still have our movement. Then have this little piece with nudges inside. We'll hook over there, it just clips in. Turn it upside down onto there, just a tiny bit of pressure till it pops into place, and don't put it on backwards. So it will sit like so, and then we have our motion. We're not gonna, I have with this one got the piece in, but I'm not gonna glue it yet because I want to paint it all before that part gets put in. So I'm gonna get the other two of these made up, and then we'll see where we go to next. Okay, so all these landing struts are together. So I'm now on with the fun job of the engine manifolds, which that's the instructions for it. So great fun when we get to here working it all out. But so far I've got a couple of bits done. I need to do a lot of putty work in these, so I think these will be cleaned up next time we look at it, and I think I may just plough ahead and get this together before we have another look. I think I might struggle to film it. We'll see how we go. Right, so I've got all this frame together. This was not easy to assemble. This is probably, if I think about it, what'll have really done my head in when I was 8, when I last built a 14-inch of these. But that's together now. I've got these filled and sanded. I'm starting on these tanks. The instructions do say to carry on and fit these, but I think it's going to be easier to paint this and these separately and then assemble them. And we see that. So if we look at these tanks with the markings on, I'm going to paint that as opposed to using the decals. But it's going to be a lot easier if it's not in this frame. And on this mask set I have, if we notice they're the masks for the shapes. So I can do all this painted. So I think I'm going to continue cleaning these up, get a coat of primer on, and we'll have a look at where we stand with everything. Right, so I've been making lots of progress. So I've got the nose is all painted white now, all masked up. So that's ready to be the black on here, and then more bits of Aztecing all over. We've got the side pods built, masked up. It's black under these masks there and here, so that's all 4 of them ready, all labelled so I know where they go. We saw this assembled last time. This is painted white now, and I've got all the tanks painted white. Just testing one with the masks. Gonna paint all these before I attach them, because it'd be easier not to get oversprayed that way. What else? Landing feet are painted, just one mock together, so that will move up and down on the leg. Really happy with the chrome. I've used my metal tape for this. Literally all I've done, I copied in the late great Boyd from Trekworks from his build. So this is about 2.9 centimetres is the width. Literally just connect it on. Show it nice and smooth. Slowly rolling. Pull this back a little. And then, very sticky is this, not the easiest thing to work with. Going in with a nice sharp X-Acto. And nice shiny chrome that won't rub off as it goes up and down, because the idea is these legs, obviously not glued together yet, one of the last things to be put in place these, but as it moves it's not going to damage the paint, so really happy with that. So gonna get these tanks painted and fitted, but I think we'll look at them at the start of the next video, because I'm out of white paint, going through lots of white paint with this build. So this is a really good place, I think. Lots of progress made to end it here. I'll get this painted and that's where we'll start next video. But for now, thank you for watching. Keep trekking and keep modelling. Thank you. Goodbye.